In the year 1897, a young English solicitor named Jonathan Harker journeys from London to the distant and eerie lands of Eastern Europe. His destination is Castle Dracula in Transylvania, where he is to meet a nobleman named Count Dracula regarding the purchase of a London estate. When he arrives, he is welcomed by the Count himself, tall, pale man with sharp features, glowing red eyes, and a voice like velvet. Dracula is polite but strange. He never eats in Jonathan's presence, casts no reflection in mirrors, and moves with an unnatural swiftness. Soon after, he learns the Count is preparing to leave for England, bringing boxes of earth with him, his native soil, necessary for him to rest. As the days pass, Jonathan begins to realize he is not a guest, but a prisoner. The journey is long and unsettling. Locals react with fear when he mentions Dracula's name. Women with glowing eyes and cruel beauty appear, whispering his name. Jonathan uncovers the truth. Dracula is no ordinary nobleman. He is a vampire, centuries old, surviving on the blood of the living. But it's not enough. Lucy dies and rises again as the undead. She begins to prey upon children in the night. They give him charms, crosses, and warnings, begging him not to go. She is staying with her friend Lucy Westenra, a beautiful young woman who is being courted by 3 suitors. But Lucy begins to fall mysteriously ill. The group unites. Mina and Jonathan, now married, along with Van Helsing, Dr. Seward, Arthur Holmwood, and the American Texan, Quincy Morris. They vow to destroy Dracula. She becomes his next victim and, perhaps, his next bride. They must act quickly. Dracula, knowing they are coming, retreats to his castle with his gypsy protectors. As the group approaches, a fierce battle begins. Guided by Mina's connection to the Count, they follow him across Europe, back to his homeland. Jonathan and Quincy strike Jonathan with his knife, Quincy with his Bowie blade. Count crumbles to dust, curse is lifted. She grows weaker each day, despite all medical efforts. Despite their pleas, Jonathan continues. At night, strange things occur. Doors are locked. Wolves howl beneath the windows. One night, Jonathan sees Dracula climbing down the castle wall like a lizard. Face first, Dr. Seward, one of Lucy's suitors, calls upon his old mentor Professor Abraham Van Helsing, a man who understands the unexplainable. Jonathan makes a desperate escape, yet they never forget the shadows they once faced, or the creature who cast them. Lucy is being drained by a vampire. Meanwhile, in England, Mina Murray, Jonathan waits anxiously for word from him. At night, Mina sees Lucy sleepwalking toward the graveyard, a shadowy figure bending over her. Bite marks appear on her neck. Van Helsing suspects the unthinkable. They try everything to protect her. Garlic flowers, crucifixes, holy water. Heartbroken but determined, the group drives a wooden stake through her heart. She dies a second death and is finally at peace. Van Helsing reveals the horrifying truth. Count Dracula is in London, feeding and growing stronger. But Dracula strikes back. He begins to feed on Mina, creating a psychic link between them. They travel by train, carriage, and horseback, braving wolves, storms, and despair. At a dramatic final confrontation, just as the sun sets, they reach Dracula's coffin. But not without sacrifice. Quincy is mortally wounded and dies a hero. Mina is saved. The darkness has ended. Years later, Jonathan and Mina live in peace, raising their son, whom they name after the brave Quincy. Dracula is gone. But the fear he brought into the hearts of men still lingers. The night may return, and with it, the legend.